Are you constantly busy, but feel like you're not getting your most important work done? Maybe you're drawing distractions. There's a better way to work and produce results. It's called deep work. In Cal Newport's Deep Work, he explores how to thrive in a distracted world. So what is deep work? Deep work is eliminating distractions and to be able to produce our highest quality work. While on the other hand, there's shallow work. Shallow work talks about those logistical tasks, those tasks that you can do while you're distracted. And he talks about the value of deep work is so much greater than shallow work. These are the three main takeaways of why deep work matters. Cal Newport argues that deep work is valuable, rare, and meaningful. So why is it valuable? Well, Newport argues that in our current economy, the ability to quickly master hard things and produce results at an elite level, so both quality and speed, are essential. So deep work is the key to developing these abilities. The reason why deep work is rare is in our ever distracting economy with notifications, pings, emails, this type of work is extremely rare. The third thing is that deep work is meaningful. Besides the economic benefit of deep work, being able to produce these results, another thing is that by being able to get into this deep work state, you find more meaning in your work. For me personally, I've actually been able to apply deep work into my day-to-day, has led to really good results. If you want to do deep work, how can you schedule it? Well, there's 4 philosophies. The first philosophy is the monoastic approach. So this is to radically minimize or eliminate shallow obligations and maximize deep work. Think of secluding yourself in a cabin. A historical example that I thought was pretty interesting, Isaac Newton actually, during a pandemic, had to seclude himself on his family farm, and this is where he developed calculus. That's no small feat. So this approach definitely does work for some. The second approach is the bimodal approach. So you can divide your time clearly into defined stretches, some long as days, weeks, but basically you have times where you're focused on a certain task, but you allow yourself to focus on deep work. The example that's used in the book is think about professors. Cal Newport is actually a professor, and he spent part of his time teaching, maybe during the summer or during the springtime, but during the summer and other months, that was purely focused on his academic writing. The third philosophy is the rhythmic approach. Now, this is what actually I use, and to make deep work kind of a more constant and consistent behavior in your life is to have specific times of your day that you focus on deep work, such as 90 minutes in the morning. For me, I found those times of the day that work for me, and I purely focus on my work, and I try to eliminate as much distraction as I can and focus only on the task at hand. And it's been extremely beneficial for me. The fourth approach is the journalistic approach. The journalistic approach is for people that have too much going on and very busy, but basically if they have any time between maybe interviews, they take that 45 minutes to focus on deep work. Takes a lot more practice and skill to be able to jump from one thing to another thing, but it can work for some people. So the specific philosophy that we want to use actually doesn't matter at all. Just like anything else in life, intention is the most important part. Intentionally finding what works for you and scheduling the time to focus on deep work. And there's actually some things that can help you with deep work. The few examples is to embrace boredom, minimize those non-essential tasks. Maybe you put your phone on Do Not Disturb. So deep work isn't easy, and it's actually really hard to just focus on one task at hand, but I think the results speak for themselves, and it's very valuable. And so maybe you can use one of these philosophies throughout the next week, and you can see what works best for you. So try experimenting. One of the challenges I have is when I work on a specific task, I start to think about another task and maybe want to jump ship, but I have to remind myself that I am here to focus on this one thing. So let me know what you think. Subscribe. Until next time.